I have lived in this house for over 3 years. It's 90% finished. But for the last few months, I've been paralyzed by the last. But for the last few months, I have been paralyzed by the last 10%. I thought I was just being lazy. Not lazy. I'm just I'm just tired. I'm just tired of clawing my way through survival mode. Is now what I'm tired. You can notice that there's no doors on the cabinets, and then the cabinet drawers are different color. That's because I thought, you know what? If I want to make this my own, I need different cabinets. I'm tired of the beige. I'm tired of the brown. I'm tired of the wood. One day I finally got fed up, and I took the sander to a side of the cabinet. Well, can't turn back now. It's already there. And that set it off for me. I What happened is when I dropped it, it split the corner. Didn't split the corner, but it chipped off a piece of the corner. Now I'm tired of something always going wrong at that 90%. I'm almost there, and then this had to happen. So I am done with college. I am done. I have graduated. And they said, no, I'm sorry, but you still have one thing to complete. And this is how exactly how my brain goes and everything in my life is exactly that point right here. And that point pertains to everything. The head of that department sat down with them. Listen, I understand that there are things that needs to be done, but I've already walked the stage. I have already started my career. I have a child. This is already set in motion, and you're gonna make me go and sit in a 0 hour credit that doesn't cost me, it doesn't apply to anything, but yet if I don't go, you're gonna fail me, and then I don't get my you are a guest in their life. Even though I know that's not what my little one feels like. When I go over there, she runs to me, she screams and is so happy to see me and doesn't want me to go and wants me to come over earlier. But and I would go over to my ex's house and spend the day until about midnight or even later sometimes with my little one. Now, granted, I loved every minute with it, but the fact that I had to be in someone else's house in order to see my own daughter to ask permission to do anything, that cycle caused my house to be in shambles. I mean, I have pictures and I can put them up here if I still have them. I have pictures of me and the dust that had accumulated in my house because I was never there and tone for her where it was a siren so that I knew, hey, attention, pay attention. And every time that went off, my anxiety would just go and go and go. And text messages, every time I got a text message, I would just, my anxiety, because I had to drop everything and would go. And it's not the fact that I had to. Now, let me, again, this is not to bash, but it's because I allowed myself to be treated. Go, my oldest daughter, as I've mentioned, we've had some rocky times, but it's getting better. My oldest daughter told me that she might want to try and live with me for the summer. I got so excited. I told her I was just kidding. You don't have to. And she goes, no, no, no. I really want to try it. And so I thought, okay, well, let's. So I moved everything out. of the dog's room and put all of that into my office. And now it's time to clean that room. All of this, I'm getting okay with the fact that I'm 90% done. Because just like the ringtone, I changed the actually and I didn't say that, but I changed the ringtone to protect my anxiety. So in this sense, with the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, the the bedroom, I think I'm starting to be okay with the 90%. And that being but I'm choosing to measure my progress in minutes spent breathing instead of tasks. I'm finally learning that a home and a life doesn't have to be 100% complete. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Signed,